Dear students, in this module, we will be focusing on population projections that have been carried out for India as a whole and also for some of the states, and the population projections for various parameters in terms of fertility, in terms of population growth, and some of the vital data refers to the scenarios in each of these states and in each of these regions, how they move on in terms of their population situations over a period of time. And this gives us the scientific way of analyzing the population data over a period of time across these regions. Population projection is a scientific attempt to peep into the future population scenario conditioned by making certain assumptions using data relating to the past available at that point of time. Assumptions used and their probability of adhering in future forms a critical input in this mathematical effort. Predicting the future course of human fertility and mortality is not easy, especially when looking beyond in time, as medical and health intervention strategies, food production and its equitable availability, climatic variability, socio-cultural settings, politico-economic conditions, and a host of other factors influence population dynamics, making it difficult to predict the growth with certainty. Therefore, caution must be exercised while making or using the population projections in the context of various conditions imposed. The component method is the universally accepted method of making population projections because growth of population is determined by fertility, mortality and migration rates. 21 states have been considered and applied the component method, and the results are analyzed and presented in this module. The states considered are Andhra Pradesh, Assam, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Delhi, Gujarat, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Jharkhand, Karnataka, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Orissa, Punjab, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Uttaranchal, Uttar Pradesh and West Bengal. The projection of the 7 northeastern states excluding Assam has also been carried out as a whole. For the state of Goa and 6 union territories, mathematical method has been applied. The data used are 2001 census and the sample registration system SRS. SRS provides time series data of fertility and mortality which has been used for predicting their future levels. The salient features of the population projections at the national level and some of the underlying assumptions in this regard are as under. The population of data is expected to increase from 1029 million to 1400 million during the period 2001 to 2026, an increase of 36% in 25 years at the rate of 1.2% annually. As a consequence, the density of population will increase from 313 to 426 persons per square kilometer. The crude birth rate will decline from 23.2 during 2001 to 2005 to 16.0 during 2021 to 25 because of falling levels of total fertility. In contrast, the crude death rate is expected to fall marginally due to changing age structure of the population with the rising median age as a result of continuing decline in fertility and increase in the expectation of life at birth. It will drop from 7.5 during 2001 to 2005 to 7.2 during 2021 to 25. The infant mortality rate of the country, which is reported to be 63 in 2002, is estimated to decline to 61 during the period 2001 to 2005 and is expected further to go down to 40 by the end of the period 2021 to 25. Between 2001 and 2026, because of the declining fertility, the proportion of population aged under 15 years, that is children population, is projected to decline from 35.4% to 23.4%. In the case of the proportion of middle, that is 15 to 59 years, and the older ages 60 years and above, are set to increase considerably. With the declining fertility, along with increases in life expectancy, the number of older persons in the population is expected to increase by more than double, that's from 71 million in 2001 to 173 million in 2026, an increase in their share to the total population from 6.9% to 12.4%. The proportion of population in the working age group, that is 15 to 59 years, is expected to rise from 57.7% in 2001 to 64.3% in 2026. Another important consequence of the declining fertility will be that at the national level, the population in the school going age of 5 to 14 years is expected to decline from 243 million in 2001 to 222 millions in 2026. The share of the population aged 5 to 14 years to total population of all ages is expected to decrease by 5% from 24% in 2001 to 19% in 2011 and by 3% between 2011 to 2026, that is 19 to 16%. The youth population, that is in the age group of 15 to 24 years, is expected to increase from 195 million in 2001 to 240 million in 2011 and then continue to decrease to 224 million in 2026. Its proportion to total population is expected to fall from 19% in 2001 to 16% in 2026. The table showing projected population of children of 5 to 14 years and 15 to 24 years of youth at the national and state levels is also presented. It is evident that 54% of the population in the country are aged 24 years and below in 2001, constituting 35% and 19% in the ages 0 to 14 years and 15 to 24 years respectively. The combined proportion of these two age groups is expected to fall from 54% in 2001 to 39% in 2026. The average Indian will be expected to be of 31 years old in 2026 compared to 23 years old in 2001. Out of the total population increase of 371 million between 2001 and 2026, the share of the workers in the age group of 15 to 59 years in this total increase is 83%. This has implications in the productivity of labor in future. Let us discuss about the changes in the sex ratio that is expected. The sex ratio of the total population, that is referring to number of females per thousand males, is expected to decrease, that is become less feminine from 933 in 2001 to 930 during 2026. The total fertility rate is expected to decline from 2.9 during 2001 to 2005 to 2.0 during 2021 to 25. The assumption is that the total fertility rate would decline steadily and would touch the floor level of 1.8 in some states. With this, the weighted total fertility rate is projected to reach the replacement level of 2.1 by the period 2021. The urban population in the country, which is 28% in 2001, is expected to increase to 38% by 2026. The urban growth would account for over 2/3, that is 67% of the total population increase by 2026. Out of the total population increase of 371 million during 2001 to 2026 in the country, the share of increase in urban population is expected to be 249 millions. The demographic projections suggest that by 2026, the population of India will reach 1,384 millions with AIDS compared to 1,400 million without AIDS. Although the projected reduction of about 16 million seems to be large in absolute terms, but it is negligible insofar as the proportion to the total population of the country is concerned. Out of this reduction, 7% may not be taken as deaths due to the impact of diseases like AIDS because of the reason that there have also been fewer births due to early deaths of women in the reproductive age. If the reduction is decomposed in the ratio of 70:30, that is for the deaths due to AIDS and fewer births, then about 11 million people are expected to die in the country due to diseases like AIDS at the end of the projection period of 2026. Changes in the age structure of the projected population at the national level between say 2001 to 2026 have been depicted by graphically, and the population pyramids are presented in figures, which are enclosed at the end of the present summary of findings. Figure clearly shows the trend of the population by broad age groups as explained. It is observed from the said population pyramids that in 2001, older cohorts would be smaller than younger cohorts. Subsequently, with the decline in fertility, the base of the pyramid in 2026 would narrow down, while the middle would be broadened. Considerable variation in the demographic growth amongst the states have been estimated. The salient features of the projections carried out at the state level are as under. The state which is expected to have least growth in the quarter century, that is during 2001 to 2026, is the state of Tamil Nadu to the extent of 15%, followed by Kerala extent of 17%. In contrast, Delhi will have the highest projected growth of 102% during 2001 to 2026. States which will have projected growths in the range of 20 to 30% are Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, West Bengal, Orissa, Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka. The population in the states of Haryana, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh is projected to increase by 40 to 50% during 2001 to 2026, which is above the national average of 36%. The population of Uttar Pradesh is expected to be highest among all states of the country at almost 249 million in 2026. Of the projected increase in population of 371 million in India during 2001 to 26, 187 million is likely to occur in the 7 states. They are Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh and Uttaranchal. Thus, nearly 50% of India's demographic growth during this period of 25 years is projected to take place in these 7 states. 22% of the total population increase in India of 371 million during 2001 to 2026 is anticipated to occur in Uttar Pradesh state alone. The population in these 7 states together is expected to grow at 1.5% per annum during 2001 to 2026. In contrast, the contribution of 4 southern states, namely Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu, to the total increase in the population size of the country during 2001 to 2026 is expected to be only 47 million, that is 13% of the total demographic growth of the country. The population in these 4 states together is expected to grow at only 0.8% per annum during 2001 to 2026. Proportion of contribution of some of the other states to the total increase in population size during 2001 to 2026 are Maharashtra 10%, West Bengal and Gujarat 5% each and Delhi 4%. These 4 states together thus expected to contribute 24% of the total increase in population size during 2001 to 2026. The contribution of the remaining states and union territories to the total increase in population size during 2001 to 2026 is to the extent of 13%. The chart showing the contribution of each state for the total projected population growth during 2001 to 2026, which is depicted, and the results clearly shows huge variations that exist among them. Continuing decline in fertility and increase in the expectation of life at birth is expected to make a major difference to the proportion of older population, that is 60 years and above, between states. The state of Kerala, for instance, where lower fertility and mortality rates have been achieved earlier than the other states, the proportion of older persons aged 60 years and above is expected to increase from 11% in 2001 to 18% in 2026. Thus, almost every sixth individual in Kerala is expected to be a senior citizen by 2026. In contrast, the state of Uttar Pradesh is expected to have an increase of the proportion of old age population from 6% in 2001 to 10% in 2026, implying that the population of Uttar Pradesh will be expected to be relatively younger compared to that of Kerala. The median age of population in Kerala is expected to go up from 28% in 2001 to 38 years in 2026. In contrast, the median age in Uttar Pradesh is expected to go up from 19 years to 27 years. Two projected population pyramids as shown in the figures, which brings out the expected difference in Kerala and Uttar Pradesh respectively, are clearly depicting the huge variations that exist among these states. Similarly, the projected median age of the population at the national level and state level during 2001 to 2026 is also depicted in this figure. Because of declining fertility level in all the states, the crude birth rate CBR will also be declining. By 2021 to 2025, except the state of Uttar Pradesh, no state is expected to have a crude birth rate of 20 and above. The highest crude birth rate of 20.5 per thousand is expected to be in Uttar Pradesh state, followed by Madhya Pradesh of 18.0 CBR during 2001 to 2025. The states of Assam, Chhattisgarh, Bihar, Jharkhand, Rajasthan and Uttaranchal are expected to have a crude birth rates in the range of 16.5 to 17.6, close to the projected national level of 16.0. In most of the other states, the crude birth rates will be in the range of 12 to 15 only. Kerala will be expected to have the least crude birth rate of 12.3, followed by Tamil Nadu of 12.5 during 2021 to 2025. In contrast to the crude birth rates, the situation is expected to be different in the case of crude death rates, that is CDRs. Because of increase in the expected proportion of aging in some of the states, namely Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, Delhi, West Bengal, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Northeast region, the crude death rates are likely to increase during 2001 to 2021 to 2025, which are presented in the figures. The infant mortality rate IMR is expected to decline in all the states during 2001 to 2025. The IMR, which was highest in Orissa in 2002 at the level of 87, is expected to come down to 52 in 2021 to 25, followed by Madhya Pradesh IMR level of 51. Other states where infant mortality rates are expected to be in the range of 40 to 50 during 2021 to 2025 are states like Jammu and Kashmir, Haryana, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Assam and Andhra Pradesh. The lowest infant mortality rate is expected to be in Kerala from 12 in 2001 to 2005 to as low as 8 during 2021 to 2025. It will be followed by Delhi with infant mortality rate declining from 25 in 2005 to 2001 to 2005 to 18 during 2021 to 2025 as presented in the figure. In so far as the projected sex ratio is concerned, it is observed that in some of the northern states, the population is expected to be more masculine. That is, the ratio will decrease in 2026. Lowest sex ratio of 789 is expected to be in Delhi in 2026, followed by 839 sex ratio and 840 in Haryana and Punjab states respectively. In the southern and eastern states except Kerala, the situation would be reversed. In Kerala, where there are excess females than males in census over a period of years, the trend would remain the same even in 2026 also. Tamil Nadu is the other state where the number of females is expected to be equal to the number of males in 2026 as depicted in the figure. State-wise proportion of population expected to live in urban areas by 2026, which is depicted in the figure, clearly reveals that by 2026, 99% of Delhi's population would be living in urban areas, which is highest among the states included for projecting the population by component methods. In contrast, 12% of the population of Bihar would be expected to live in urban areas by the same year, that is 2026, which is lowest among all the states analyzed in the presented here. Population projections for India as a whole, when the component method is which is the universally accepted method of making population projections, it is because of the fact that growth of population is determined by fertility, mortality and migration rates. And in this way, these 22 states which have been taken into consideration for applying very clearly shows that there is a clear-cut variations across the states. Referring to the base level population, it is well known that age sex data, whatever be the source, would be subject to errors for some degree. In many cases, the erroneous reporting of age is attributable to ignorance of respondents. Accordingly, there has been a need to smoothen age sex distribution. The various indices which measure the accuracy of age sex data are the sex ratio score, the age ratio score, Whipple's index and Myers index, etc. A number of methods are available for smoothing of the data pertaining to the age sex distribution, and they have been summarized and presented on the basis of the census data of 2001 and is presented in this table, which clearly shows the variations that exist across these methods, and the sex ratio score, male sex ratio and female sex ratio and the accuracy index, which are all presented. That is why it is very clear that the very important for us to understand how the smoothing of age sex distribution will reflect on in the variations across the states. Let us now discuss about the population projections of specific states like Goa and other union territories. The states for which projections has been made using the component method constitutes about 99% of the total population as of 2001. The remaining 1 state and 6 union territories therefore contribute only 1% of the total population of India. These are states Goa and 6 union territories of Pondicherry, Chandigarh, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Dadra, Nagar Haveli, Daman and Diu and Lakshadweep. The decadal growth rates of these states and union territories are erratic and no clear trend in the growth rates is discernible. Therefore, the population of the state and 6 union territories has been projected by the method similar to that of rural-urban growth differential method. It has been assumed that the growth differentials observed during 1991 to 2001 may remain the same during the future years for which the projections have been made. Based on the residual of the projected population of India and total of the states for which component method has applied, projection of these states and union territories have been made. Once the population of Goa and 6 union territories based on 1991 and 2001 census have been obtained by sex, these are arranged in the descending order of population as per 2001 census. Then the percentage share of the population of the largest one, that is Goa in this case, to the population of the residual based on 1991 and 2001 census have been obtained. By using the table of logistic curve as presented in UN manual, the projected populations of Goa for the quinquennial periods of 2001 to 2025 have been obtained. Then, based on the revised residual, that is original residual population of the population of Goa, projections of the next state in the descending order have been worked out by applying the similar procedure. By repeated application of the similar method, projections of the remaining union territories have been worked out. Let us discuss about the population projection of urban population. For projecting the urban population, the URGD method as given in manual 8 of UN has been adopted. This method is based on the fact that the urban rural growth differentials URGD follow a logistic pattern. The URGD for the period 1991 to 2001 has been assumed to be same in future as well up to 2026. These projected urban population by sex for India, states and union territories as on 1st March, 1st July and 1st October are provided in tables respectively. Projected population with and without AIDS for India, that is during the period 2001 to 2026 in thousands are presented for the across with or without the AIDS, which clearly gives the huge variations across these periods. Similarly, the projected population by age and sex as on 1st March of 2001 to 2026 for a state like Tamil Nadu across different age groups are considered, and the same has been presented with respect to these age groups. Similarly, when these age groups are brought out, there is a clear-cut variation that exists on these things. In this module, overall, we have noticed that the projections for India as a whole and across different states and union territories with respect to various population parameters have clearly shown that population dynamics provides the variations and the levels and trends in these parameters, how with reference to the set of assumptions that have been considered prior to the projections are undertaken, gives a clear picture of the projections over a period of time and gives a future trends, and also these scenarios are very important for us to understand what is going to happen by 2026 if the levels in which they are as on now moving with respect to these states and also with the different union territories are very vital for us to understand. So, in this module, that understanding has greatly been provided to the students. Thank you.